Brady, I have a personal question for you.
Tilly, we get up and personal all the time. Your nose was literally just in my butt.
Well, related to that, I was wondering, has your human ever pulled your poop out of your butt?
Go on.
You know, that position where you are maybe 4 or 5 tail pumps in, straining and clearly at an impasse is what you want to pass from your backside, just won't budge. Then your human comes in with a poop bag, taking fecal matters literally into their hands by pulling out whatever was blocking the rest of your poo from making it through.
Wow. That is personal.
Yeah, it's not all that bad. Arguably, it feels kind of nice when you feel a full plastic bag or something sliding its way out. I would just prefer if it didn't happen while other Diggidy dogs were able to see that.
To be fair, your human probably doesn't want other humans seeing either, so incentive should be aligned on that one. But what's this about plastic bags? Tilly, it sounds like you're doing this to yourself. What else are you eating beyond your Purina Pro Plan shredded blend chicken and rice formula with probiotics dry food?
Well, there's a ridgeback long tail of other things that have caused it. Plastic bags, of course, parts of rubber from balls, human hair. Yeah, human hair is not an uncommon cause. But really, it's the twigs. Those things can really stick you up. But eating them is just so worth it.
Mason mentioned you were a woodivore, but now I get it. You are dogged in your love for twigs. And now I also get why your humans always make you wear the snoot. I'd do the same if I were them. Why don't you just go easy on the twigs if you know they are the issue?
Brady, on Cane Street, the London plane peels her bark in perfect curls, fresh and mottled, best savored in the heavy air of summer. Around the corner, the Norway maple stands generous, offering Samara-tipped twigs in spring and fall, little wings that spin in my mouth before I crunch them down. By Tompkins, between Cane and Degraw, the calorie pear greets me first with stiff, sweet blossoms. Then, come summer, brittle branches that snap like the perfect snack. A short trot to Brooklyn Bridge Park, and the river birch calls to me, exfoliating ribbons of bark, paper-thin yet rich, with that damp, earthy perfume of the water's edge. When autumn rolls in, the sweet gum twigs arrive, spicy-scented, making my paws dance as I chew. And in winter, the oaks bare themselves, offering granola-textured twigs that crunch with a deep, satisfying crack. Just thinking of it makes my tail wag and my feet prance. I love twigs.
And that's why your human is pulling poop out of your butt.
Fair. Why can't everything just be like ice? That stuff has mouthfeel, coolness, crunch, and no impact on the pooper. I won't let my humans get any for themselves without throwing an ice bone or two my way. I call it the Tilly tax.
Not a Tilly tithe?
Good one.
So to answer your question, Tilly, yes, of course Michael, my human, has pulled poop out of my butt. It's a real bonding experience between a diggity dog and a human. I don't even think a human would do that for another human. It's something special, vulnerable, and intimate that just we share. I will also say, when it comes to poop, you are lucky you have a booty with short fur. Sometimes when my poop gets a bit more dastardly, it will get caught up in my fuzzy butt hairs, and before I know it, my human has to bring out the tweezers and start hedging away back there. Much less special and intimate. But hey, I recognize it needs to happen. I can't be going around giving greetings to other doggos and smelling like a big whiff of poo. What am I, some sort of animal?
As they say at the GSB, thanks for sharing.
Of course you would quote a school whose mascot is a tree. Tilly, I think what we should really be barking about is why we do things even when we know those things are not good for us.
Brady, that is a great question. And it's not just us, humans do it too. They'll drink too much, spend too much time on social media, and eat full Nene's burritos. They know these all have repercussions, but they do them anyway.
Ooh, Nene's on Degraw? That's deep Degraw too, pretty far east right before it just randomly turns into Lincoln. It's the cuts up there, but yeah, those burritos are delicious, but let's just say no one will be needed to help pull any poop out after one of those.
From the moment my human takes a bite of one of those burritos, it's whiffable on the booty.
All this poop talk is making me want to kick my back legs.
Kicking bag legs?
Oh, Tilly, you're like a fish who doesn't know about water. Every time you poop, even if you don't realize it, you kick your back legs. It's to leave some hormones through the scent glands in our paws and visually mark our turf.
Interesting. So, because humans don't try to pick up our pee, we just move on after marking a spot. But since they pick up our poo, we need to leave a bit more of visual and scent cue to mark our presence.
Exactly.
Speaking of, do you know why humans pick up our poop in those bags?
The bags are funny. That's how I first knew we were going for a walk. Just knew we were about to leave the den anytime my human would grab those bags. Then, when we'd be outside, I'd start noticing the poop bags other humans were carrying. You can tell something about the human based on how they carry the bags. Some put them in fancy Tory birch pouches, others in cheap plastic bones, and others just raw dog it and bring the straight bags.
So that's what raw dog means. Hudson's parents definitely did not raw dog back in the day.
No, they did not. But to get to your question, I've thought about this, and I'm going to posit you haven't heard of the Kardashev scale.
What about pause?
No, nothing with pause. Posit. Let me start with some context.
Okay.
Data point 1. Our humans pick up our poop pretty much without fail. I think my humans might be more consistent about picking up my poop than their morning coffee. Data point 2. They don't just pick it up in anything. They use plastic bags which will preserve what is inside them for thousands of years, even if buried deep in the landfill. Now take that consistency and care and put that in the context of the capitalist rat race humans live in, always chasing economic value like the back of their tail, unwittingly letting inanimate markets define what they believe to be valuable.
There's a reason it's called a rat race and not the dog days. If only humans lived more like us instead of the rodents.
Tilly, stay focused. Fast forward to today, and what are all humans trying to do?
Reconcile their needs for inner peace and external validation?
True, that may be to one end, but tactically, what are they changing the face of the earth for?
Oh, to power the machines.
Exactly. Our poop is somehow being used to create energy to then fuel machines.
To create tokens. AI. 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 That's what Bill McDermott says.
Who? Doesn't matter. But do you see it now? Those in power want to create systems that reinforce their power, but because technology is socially constructed, it's important to influence the masses, so they support new technologies that are ultimately designed and deployed to further concentrate existing wealth and power. And once the technology is created and adopted, the only thing holding it back is access to more energy. So all this to say, I'm going to bet that humans are picking up our poo because it bumps us up a notch on the Kardashev scale. Or in other words, gives us more energy to pursue these societal ambitions.
That also explains why they keep breeding us. More dogs means more poo.
Well, I mean, not breeding us.
Wait, what do you mean? I can breed if I want to, right?
Oh, Tilly, no one has told you what that cone around your neck was for earlier this year. I will tell you one day, but this is a convo for another time.
On pavement, sniff the air. Who left this trash? Do they even care? Brooklyn skyline cuts the sky. State Street's beauty where it all collides.
We must inform you that in the filming of this video, no dogs or humans were harmed by the ingestion of any Nene's burritos. In fact, Nene's burritos do not actually lead to explosive poops in the average dog or human, though they might in Brady's human. All insinuations that Nene's burritos have an impact on the pooper were done for comedic effect. In reality, Nene's was the choice meal before going in to deliver our furless puppy. We recommend the adobada, which is a regional variation of al pastor. Enjoy.